me, Walt and Sue really epitomize servant leadership, which of course is the most powerful kind of leadership there is. Their leadership isn't rooted in titles or roles or power or authority. It's I guess rooted in a belief in the goodness of mankind and the call to serve and help those around them in big and small ways. So to me, servant leadership really epitomizes them not just as something they do on the weekends or Monday luncheon or occasionally, but how they live their lives. I think it reflects and characterizes their relationship with each other, the kind of parents and grandparents they are and have been, and they simply see the world around them and the people around them as a place for them to help.
Walt and Sue exemplify service to the community in every way. I can't think of a couple more deserving of this recognition simply because they do all this and don't expect to be recognized. This all comes from a love of servant leadership, and they do it quietly and they do it beautifully. They do it inexpensively, and they don't have to. And they've been doing it a long time. They do it together, which I think is absolutely lovely. And they do it with love and compassion for the children, for the musicians, for the symphony, for our staff. Every time they put on an event, the amount of creativity that Sue puts into the table arrangements, it's really mind-blowing, the amount of love and time they have given to our organization over many, 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 many years.
And then I found out that they started the Friends of the Augusta Symphony. And that's where the Alexandersons really started and really were shown to do a lot of good things. They were interested in the welfare of the players, and so they always provided food and drink during rehearsals and after rehearsals, as well as during the concerts for all of the orchestra members. And it turns out that's one of the things that made Augusta unique. We were probably the only group in the Southeast that did that much for the individual players. And we had players coming from all over the Southeast to do that.
They find local and regional artists to donate their works, and then they set up a silent auction up in the Miller Theater on the second floor. And they do this at every Symphony and Pops concert. They have that set up, and then there are a few other events during the year that they have outside of our concerts where they have the auction set up so people can bid on them throughout the season, which is kind of nice. It sets up a little bit of competition throughout the season for these beautiful works of art, and that helps them raise money for their symphony arts camp and probably also for the refreshments that they provide for our musicians. And again, that involves a lot of organization, a lot of physical labor, setting it up and taking it down. And they do that all on their own. I mean, basically, Sue and Walt have the run of the Miller Theater, and they never ask me to come over and help them with anything. In fact, I sometimes wish they would ask me more. So they're just very independent, and they do it out of pure love. And they don't ever ask for any kind of recognition. I can't remember one time where they've ever done anything where it appeared that they wanted to be recognized.
I think one of the things that the Alexanders are very proud of is the Augusta Symphony Arts Camp, which has been running now for about 38 years. It involves 3 one-week sessions where we bring young children in for an arts experience, which includes not only music, but visual arts, dancing, weaving, etc., etc.
And they have never turned a child away because the child couldn't pay. So having that auction that I mentioned helps set up a scholarship fund for kids who can't otherwise come to the camp. And they run it 2 to 3 weeks during the summer, and they find volunteers The whole thing is run by volunteers.
It's not unusual for them to try and find some of the symphony people who can come down and do a little bit of something with that. Or during the symphony season, usually once or twice per season, I think, it's not every concert, they will have a musical petting zoo.
And Sue, being an educator, very early on, probably in the 70s, she organized a instrument petting zoo. When the orchestra would practice the Friday and Saturday before their concert, Saturday morning, they would come out and let the kids come and they'd learn about the instruments and actually let them play the instruments.
But they get the little kids to come in, and we'll go out front with our instruments and let them really take a look at them up close.
And then they had open rehearsals then, and so then the whole family would go in and listen to the rehearsal. And that was quite successful. And it's going on today in the sense that we have developed a relationship with the Morris Museum of Art. And so once a year, usually in the fall, we have the petting zoo, and in conjunction with some sort of a program that the Morris Museum of Art does. And that continues to this day. And it's an annual affair.
So Walt filled in for us, substituted at the front desk a few times, and he brought so much life and spirit to the place that we just begged him to stay on. So he serves every morning at our front desk, greeting the entire school, and always has a theme of the day, is playing some music. I've noticed he'll stop certain students and make sure they smile before he lets them in the door. And of course, every morning our announcements open with Walt greeting us.
Good morning, EDS. This is the day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. Please stand and join us for the pledge and the morning prayer.
He just brings a great spirit and cheer to the place.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
Sue is especially good with students and children who struggle in the classroom, who have a hard time finding their voice and finding their way. She is so incredibly patient. She's keenly insightful into what learning looks like and can really help students navigate and find their way through school and through a classroom. And so I know she's tutored kids at our school, in her own family, and at other schools. It's just a particular gift.
If you're having a bad day, I'm telling you, Sue, I don't know Walt as well. I know Sue a lot better. She pays attention, and she knows if somebody's having an off day. And she'll come and she'll talk, tell me what's going on. What's going on in your life? Well, how can I help? She's so sweet. I love that girl.
Sue, Walt, congratulations. There couldn't be two more deserving people of this recognition, and thank you so much for all you have given and all you have been for so many of us in Augusta.
Well, Walt and Sue, congratulations on this award. You certainly are deserving, and you're a role model for me and for other members of the community. And thank you again for all that you've done.
Congratulations, Walt and Sue. I'm so glad that this has happened for you. I think that I'm just thrilled for you. I know you deserve it, and I hope that you will be with us for many, many more seasons, and that we will get to enjoy your beautiful faces and smiles for many, many years. Thank you.
Well, Walt and Sue, on behalf of the board, the staff, the musicians, the maestro, and all of us with the Augusta Symphony, I cannot thank you both enough for all you have done for us over the years, and you are so deserving of this wonderful honor. Thank you so much.